Hello, my friends. It's Waxela, and I want to share something with you that I discovered this week. I was on a beach walk just 2 days ago. It was sunrise and it was gorgeous. I was walking on the water's edge with bare feet and the beautiful crystalline sand. And I came across several of these little beings on the side, like right at the edge of the water. They were folded up and they were squishy and they looked like little hearts, like the organ, the heart. They were just. I'll include a picture if I can find one. And I've wondered, what in the world is that? It's something I hadn't seen before. And the other thing was they had kind of like this magenta ink streaming out of them. Some of them did. So it was just something I hadn't seen. And I walked a little farther, and then I saw a live one swimming in the ocean. And it was so beautiful. It looked like a swimming orchid or some sort of flower with its with wings, and it was just swimming and flowing through the water, and it was so pretty. And the way it was just going with the ripples and the waves, and it just looked absolutely beautiful and blissful. And so I got a little video of that. I came home and researched it, and I found out it's called a sea hare, Hare, like the rabbit. I'm not sure why, because it looks much more like a flower or even a bat than a rabbit. But it really struck me how it was just such an interesting contrast between the one that was alive in the water and swimming and the few that I saw that were washed up on the beach, that were closed up. Their little wings were closed around them, and they were just, just, I guess, washed up and motionless. And it made me think about us humans as empaths. And when we close our hearts, it's like folding our wings around our heart, and our heart becomes, this closed, impassable barricade in a way. It hardens, and it doesn't, we lose our wings and they don't fly anymore. And which causes us to feel isolated, to feel lonely, and not to be able to connect the way that we could if our heart was open and our wings were open and we were able to fly. And I also, I woke up that night dreaming about the sea hare. I just found it so fascinating that it entered into my dreams. And what I realized, I was actually getting a download when I woke up around 3:30, 3:33 in the morning is my typical time. And what I was receiving is to think of, okay, so the sea hare needs special sauce to flow and open its wings and fly in, just like we do, just like our hearts need a special environment. So when the sea hare is in the sea water, it just glides and flows, and it effortlessly moves through the waves, and it just glides, and life is flow. And it's the same with our hearts. When we provide the right sauce, the right nurturing environment for it, our hearts can open up and fly and glide and flow through life. And the special sauce for our hearts is our mindset and the thoughts that we're thinking, and also the environment around us. If we're in a beautiful, nurturing environment with people we love, and we're thinking positive thoughts, and we're not paying attention to the negativity of the world and the news and the craziness and fear-based thought forms that are out there, then we have that special sauce. If you've ever studied Bruce Lipton, he talks about epigenetics. Epigenetics is what it's our cells like recovering. Our cells, when they have the right special sauce, they have longer, like they regenerate, they live longer, our telomeres grow, our we shine and we turn on and we have more energy, and even something called the honeymoon effect that he talks about, which is that feeling of being in love and in love with life, and you just want to get up out of bed in the morning and go do whatever it is that you have to do that day, and boundless energy comes from that. And so that is like the seawater for our hearts, and our hearts are these multidimensional portals of light, and the more positive, nurturing, special sauce that we feed it, with feeding it our mindset, our our sunlight, and our like getting out in nature and being with the trees, and being at the ocean is amazing because I get to soak in the sun and the sand and the water, and it's just such a beautiful, inspiring environment. And even though there's all this craziness going on in the world right now, every time I go to the beach, Siesta Key, Lido, I went to last night for sunset. Which aside, on an aside, is I was standing at the water's edge, watching the gorgeous sunset, and the whole sky was just these beautiful pastels of oranges and yellows and peachy and magenta, and just gorgeous pastel colors. And I was talking to a friend, we're standing there in the crystalline sand, and we were talking about shamanism, we were talking about biohacking, and we were talking about sun gazing. And then he pointed at the water, he's like, look. And there was a dolphin right there, like very close to us, just one dolphin. It's as if it came to just say, yeah, you're right on with that. And I felt like I was in Lemuria. I mean, it was so beautiful, so beautiful. And the people that were around were smiling and happy and enjoying the sunset. So when I go to Siesta Key, when I go to the beaches here, everyone's happy. Everyone's soaking up the sun and the sand. It's just, I see all smiling faces, and it's as if it's completely different than, for instance, the grocery stores right now. I went to Costco this morning. The line was out around the block, and people were just insane, like as if it's an apocalypse. But I'm unaffected by that. I just am going to enjoy my life, and I recommend you do the same. Just light your heart up with love and glide through your life like the sea hare, because there's so much beauty and there's so much life and there's so much to enjoy and appreciate and love. So connect with your loved ones in this crazy time. Have your family, make meals together, enjoy each other's company, play games, talk to each other, and just be. And take this downtime, if you're lucky enough to have some downtime right now, to enjoy everything beautiful that life has to offer. And that is your special sauce. So thank you so much for listening. Enjoy your day wherever you are. Namaste.